What up, Thick players? It's Big Play Thick. The World Series Game 2 is going on right now while I'm recording this. But nah, it's video time, and we're about to be showing y'all how to attack that cover 3 defense. So we're going to hit up practice, and we're going to run the Patriots on offense, and we're going to use that playbook as well. And on defense, we'll just use a standard 3-4. So I guess we'll go Packers on defense. Alright, so we're in practice mode, and to attack cover 3, we're going to do it like they do in the NFL, right? Cover 3, big point is you got 3 guys up top, 4 guys underneath. So, you know, it's the kind of in-between defense, right? Cover 4 has 4 guys deep, but only 3 guys underneath. Tampa 2 has 5 guys underneath, 2 guys up top. So, you know, cover 3 is kind of the in-between defense in terms of preventing the deep ball versus attacking the short passing area. But there are holes that you can attack in the short passing area and in the deep ball area too. So the first thing you want to look for when attacking cover 3 is the seams. And that'll be your plays like Pat's double seams right here. Those are the 2 seams right there. Pat's seam. If you want to hit up empty base flex, we can hit up 4 verticals. Any 4 verticals play will always have a seam. But essentially, to attack the seam in cover 3, you just need a slot player on a streak. That's it. That can be out of any play, any formation, slot, receiver, or tight end on a streak. So we're going to demonstrate on Pat's double seams here. This is a play I really like. Obviously we have Gronk and Edelman on our 2 seam streaks here. And we're going to see that both of them are going to end up wide open here. On defense, we're just running a stock cover 3, no baseline, no nothing. All right, so on the first pass here, we're going to be looking for Edelman on the left. So we're going to wait for him to get past the linebacker, pass lead to the right, easy seam wide open. And we're going to hit up the replay real quick. And as you can see here, we're looking at Edelman. The defensive back over here is going to be stuck on the outside because we have a receiver out here. This linebacker, he's busy worrying about the flats. So it's not his job to cover this area. Really, whose job it is to cover this area is this linebacker right here. He's on the hook curl. But unfortunately, you see how far away he is from Edelman. He can't catch up in time. So if we get going, once Edelman gets past that flat linebacker, you have this little cushion right here with all that space. And what you want to do is you want to pass lead to the right. Otherwise, this corner can make a play on the ball or make a play on the receiver, depending on how good he is. And especially if you're playing Ultimate Team or are playing regs against a good cornerback, he will break on the ball fast enough to be able to make a play, which is why you do want to pass lead to the inside. And so you throw it, and if you time it right, obviously you're past this linebacker is still too far away to make a play, and you possession catch, and you have that seam wide open. And so let's do it on the other side. Because we actually have 3 receivers on that side, you see how the inside linebacker on the hook curl route, I'll give it a little circle right now, that guy on the hook curl, he's going to be able to keep up with Gronk because he's over there. But see what happens is if we move Dwayne Allen over, that linebacker in a hook curl now moves over to the center. Now he's going to be too far away to catch up to Gronk. And so we can throw the seam route, again, pass leading to the inside once he gets past the linebacker on the flat. So he gets past the linebacker on the flat, and we hit him. And obviously Gronk's got good catch in traffic. You're going to want someone who's got good catch in traffic for any seam route you ever run because they're going to be taking hits. This is what happens in the real NFL. This is what they really do in the NFL. Patriots are huge at attacking that against cover 3. If you guys remember the Patriots-Seahawks game from 2 years ago, I'm a Patriots fan, so I remember. The game where Gronk got absolutely blasted and hurt for basically the rest of the season was a hit on a seam route that Earl Thomas absolutely clobbered him. So, you know, just when you're going the seam routes, you have to expect that if you don't time it perfectly, or if the defensive backs make a good play, you're going to take a hit. So you want to have good catch in traffic. So the next way to attack cover 3 is to make high-low reads on the outside of the field. So what you want to do here is you want to find deep crossing patterns. So like this PAY shot here, both those crossing routes are deep enough to get past the linebackers in the flats. No matter what kind of flats you put them on, they're not going to be able to. They won't get deep enough. Sometimes if they don't play the sticks and they keep them on a purple curl to flat, they'll be able to pick it up sometimes. But it forces their user defender to manually defend that route because those deep crossing routes are so good. You can see it in this X drag trail, and that's the post on the left side does the same thing. Even the post pattern in PAF slide. We can look at some other plays. Some of the most notable plays that get run out of trips tight end. We have the PA shot wheel. Again, that route, that deep crossing route out of PA tight end, gun trips tight end, excuse me. And another very common one is out of trips tight end flex. And you got PA crossers. One of the most overused, spammed plays in the game is PA crossers, because you see that not the inside slot route on the left side, not the deep post, the over, right? The over. That route is ridiculous because it gets under the deep blues, but it gets over any flat that you put them in. So that's why these plays are so good. So here we'll do PA crosses, and I'll show you. So we've changed absolutely nothing on defense, other than just putting the pass rushers in spies, so we have all the time that we need. But we're going to put Gronk on a streak on this PA crossers play, and Hogan is going to get wide open because he's going to get, if we look at the defense, he's going to get over that purple curl to flat route, but he's going to get under that outside deep blue. And we'll show it off right here. You got to wait till he gets to the sideline, and right there, he's faster than any linebacker, and you see he's under the deep blue, but he's way over the curl to flat. And that's why people run this play so much, because that guy gets open. And if you take the user defender to attack it, then you can even hit Edelman before he gets, he reaches the deep blue. So we'll look at Edelman right here. Just got to wait right there. And you can see that pocket right there under the deep inside third. So really, this way with deep crossing patterns out of any playbook, any formation that has a deep crossing route, like you see with Hogan here, it can be a little bit shallower than that even. That's going to absolutely tear up cover 3. And so on defense, right, what are they going to do to stop it, right? If we say put them into cloud flats, put them over top, put them into cloud flats, is it going to do anything? The answer is no. It's not going to. I mean, I'll show you right here. The cloud flats, they won't even get nearly as high. Hogan's going to get over. And again, that cloud flat's nowhere near it. There's nothing that he can do. So again, that's your high-low reads right there. On one side, you really want to attack that purple curl to flat route. You really want to attack it. And so one way to do that is with deep crosses. So another way to attack that curl to flat route, that flat on the outside, because that's the guy you want to attack, is to have plays with table routes. So you see Michelle here, Sonny Michel is on the table route, but you have another read here. You have Gronk. He's on that little corner route, and so the linebacker over there has to make a choice. Is he going to play up top to Gronk's route, or is he going to play down low to Michelle's route? And most of the time, if they're in the purple flats or if they're in the cloud flats, Michelle will be wide open every time. And if they try to fix it and put that guy into a hard flat to cover Michelle, because they get tired of you just dinking and dunking to the flats every time, then Gronk will get over top and you'll be able to beat it. And so you're wondering, where's the deep blue here? Where's the outside corner? And if you have a guy in a streak, you always want a guy in a streak because he'll pull that corner away. And so we're going to run the play right here and we'll see what happens, right? Sonny Michel, wide open, wide open. We got to the 40, that's 9 yards. And you'll get 8, 9, 10 yards every time. And if you're good, you got good stick skills, you have good ball carrying moves, you can make a guy miss and even take it all the way because you'll have more blockers on that side too. And so what guys will try to do is they'll put hard flats and see that linebacker on that right side there. Now he's going to cover Michelle. He'll get low enough to block Michelle. And so you're going to have to make another read, and that read this time is going to be Gronk. You see Gronk's going to get over. So you'll see, and now Gronk, see, is over the linebacker. Here, I'll show you an instant replay. So right, we're looking here. We got the table route that's going to be right here. We got Gronk that's about 15 yards deep, and Edelman is going to be running the streak here, which pulls the deep corner back because there are only 2 guys. You have to remember, in cover 3, there are only 2 guys on the outside. 2. One is this linebacker in the flat, and 2 is this corner playing the deep third, which means he can't let anything by him. So he has to play everything in front of him. So you want to keep everything in front of him because he's going to give you stuff like this. And just the numbers, if you look at the numbers don't add up. If you have 3 guys on one side and they only have 2 guys on that side, someone's got to be open, right? So, we're going to watch in slow motion here, right? We have the table route by Sonny Michel, and the linebacker right here on the flat, he bites. He's like, all right, this is my responsibility, because it is. He's on a hard flat. It's his responsibility to cover this route. But now we have right here, Edelman and Gronk are in almost the same place. They're pretty much right on top of each other. But here they split off into 2 different routes. Edelman keeps going deep, and Gronk hits the sideline. And this corner is stuck. He can't cover Gronk, because then Edelman gets past him, and you can, throw the ball over here somewhere, and he can't let that happen because that's his responsibility. So he has to stay deep enough so that Edelman can't run by him. And by doing that, he keeps going off Gronk, and you can see, Gronk's 3 or 4 or 5 steps running his route before we even throw the ball, and this corner's still moving back because he has to make sure he's still behind Edelman on the streak here. And so you do this, you have Gronk, and Gronk will just end up wide open over the hard flat. So again, high-low reads, you just need to read the linebacker, really, is what you're doing. Because Edelman will take away the deep third. So you just need to read the linebacker. Is the linebacker in a hard flat or is the linebacker in a cloud flat / purple flat? And if the linebacker's in a hard flat, you hit the corner route. And if the linebacker is on the cloud flat or the purple flat, you hit Michel on the table route. You take your yards. So that's another way to attack high-low reads on the outside of the field. And we're going to show one more way to attack a cover 3 before I show you a little glitch play. Oh, and by the way, that concept of the streak, the corner, and the table route, this Z spot play is not the only play that has it. You can find it. I'm sure every playbook has at least 3 or 4 plays that have that exact concept in different formations. So you just need to find those plays. And the last thing you're going to do is just to attack the center of the field. And here we'll run PAF slide. I tend to take plays out of this formation because this is one of my favorite formations, which is why I run Patriots, so I can have this formation. But we're going to look at the defense here. What is the middle of the field? The middle of the field is this hook curl, this hook curl over here, and this deep third. And right, so this deep third is pretty deep. Maybe he'll bring his guy down, which a lot of people will do so that you can't, it's harder to attack little skinny posts or posts that get right under the deep third. But you have 2 guys who have to cover the entire middle of the field. Everything from, the left hash mark to the, between the numbers and between 0 and 10, 15 yards deep is getting covered by 2 guys. That's just not enough to cover that entire area. So what we're going to do is here, we're going to have the Gronk is on the little post right here. Edelman's on the almost drag route here. And, all we have to do is just add a third route. So we're going to run the play actually with Michel in the backfield here. And he's probably going to get wide open right here. There's Gronk wide open right there over the middle of the field because, again, the hook curls went outside. They left the middle. And we'll do the same thing. Gronk will probably still be open. We're going to hit Edelman this time and see Edelman's there for 5 or 6 yards. And this time we'll do the exact same thing, and we'll hit Michel. As we got absolutely clobbered that time, but you'll see Michel is even wide open here too. Try we wait for the guys to happen. Michel, he gets 5 yards. The hook curl was actually right there. But if there's a user defender there, and I'm using this middle linebacker here, most users don't cover curls. So if you're ever playing someone with a really good user, you're doing deep crossing patterns, he's locking him up by himself, just throw a little curl. Throw a little curl into where his linebacker's supposed to cover, and you'll get easy 10 yards a lot of the time. So again, 2 guys in the middle with you. If you send 3 routes over the middle with different timings, can't cover all 3. And so the last thing I'm going to show you is a little one-play touchdown. I call it a one-play touchdown, but if you're doing it out of the Patriots playbook, this guy's going to get wide open, but he's a tight end, so he's probably not going to be fast enough to beat everyone for the touchdown. But he gets wide open. So, and this only works against cover 3. So what happens here is the deep third, this left deep third here, if the opponent does not play sticks, so right, that's Y and then LB, that's play sticks. If the opponent does this, it locks this up, right? This won't work. But if they don't play sticks, right? They don't play sticks, then Gronk will get wide open on this little post route here. He'll get wide open because what's going to happen is the deep third on the left side here, he's going to stick with Josh Gordon. And so when Josh Gordon does the deep out route 10 yards later, the cornerback's going to come down and play it almost like man coverage, which leaves that entire left side of the field wide open, which Gronkowski is going to attack from the right side. So we'll show it here. So you can see the corner bites down, and we got Gronk wide open right there. So obviously you want a fast guy there because then, he can get deeper. You can throw it a little later. He gets even further past the corner, make one spin move, or even just beat the deep middle safety to the outside, and you're gone for a touchdown. But, we'll do it again here. No match coverage. No playing sticks, which keeps match coverage, which is why this happens. So again, he bites on Josh Gordon, and that leaves Gronk wide open with a big play here. And it's simple. It's easy. It will come open every single time if you have enough time in the pocket and your opponent doesn't play the sticks. But this PAF slide play, which is in almost any play with gun split close, this will work absolutely beautifully. This is how I usually run it if I need it. This is, I tend to only run it once a game because if your opponent is smart, he knows how to, how to block it. So once you run it once, he won't let you do it again. You know what I'm saying? So if there are like 2 seconds left in the half and I need a one-play touchdown, this is what I'll run. You see Gronkowski wide open, and even with that bad throw, he's gone for the touchdown. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit and are able to attack cover 3 defenses a little bit better, and catch an opponent slipping once or twice with that one-play touchdown. Either way, I'm Big Play Thick. Like this video, comment, and mash that subscribe button for more. I'm out. Peace.